Hello and welcome to NB Drives. My name is Nishmanya. Today, I'm driving a two-door electric vehicle that's relatively compact and lightweight for its size, and it sends all its power to the rear wheels. However, it's not what you think. This, as you can tell from the thumbnail and title, is the MG Comet, and it is the most affordable four-wheel electric vehicle in India right now. So, what does it offer? It offers EV credentials, a decent electric motor and range, and a relatively well-equipped cabin. So, I'm going to take this out on Indian roads, drive it, tell you how it feels, and give you my opinion on where it sits in the segment. Stick around for the full video. The styling of the MG Comet is divisive to say the least. Some find it quirky, some find it ungainly, and some truly like it. But one thing you can't say about the looks of the Comet is that it lacks character. And that is a very good thing, especially in a world where car design is becoming more and more generic, particularly in the mass market segment. Personally, I wasn't sold on the styling of the Comet when it was officially launched and the initial press images came out. However, seeing it in person, there's a certain charm to the Comet's design. Its compact dimensions, two-door form factor, smart-looking LED headlights and taillights that are accompanied by a light bar both at the front and rear, which give it a modern look. And of course, the vibrant apple green paint job that's seen on this particular model. All of these things make the Comet stand out compared to most of the other cars plying on our Indian roads. Proving this point is the fact that the day I filmed this car, no matter where I parked up or which car I parked up next to, including some expensive ones like the BMW iX, I always got a crowd forming around the Comet, keen to ask questions. Now, I do understand the fact that this is somewhat attainable to a larger section of our population does add to the curiosity factor of this little EV. The illuminated MG logo on the front charging cover and the porthole rear window, as MG calls it, are also very neat design touches on the Comet. All this said, I still have a few nitpicks about the styling of the little EV, as I am still not a fan of the awkward tall boy proportions of the Comet, no matter how efficiently it is packaged, and the wheels, which aren't even alloys at this price point, look quite a few sizes too small for a car of this proportion. Everything considered, the MG Comet still has a very memorable design, not only for an electric vehicle, but for a hatchback in general. The crazy proportions and eye-catching colors make it very hard to miss the Comet out on our roads. Inside, the Comet definitely benefits from being designed as an EV from the grounds up. The electric powertrain layout has allowed the designers to maximize the interior space on offer on this tiny little car. So there's no central tunnel in between the front seats, which paired with the high-set minimalist dashboard and massive glass house, give the cabin a very airy and open vibe. The light grey and white interior color scheme also help provide a very airy feel to the cabin, though I must mention that the fabric upholstery and the inserts on the dashboard dirty very easily, and you'll have to be very diligent with its cleaning in order to keep it looking fresh. The fit and finish of the Comet's cabin also feels much better than what you'd expect from an affordable hatchback. The front seats of the Comet are reasonably comfortable given the limitation the EV has with its overall width, and it's also relatively well cushioned. Though I do wish that the seat scope was a touch larger and the driver's seat got height adjustment, as me being 6 feet tall, I did find the seat a little too high. I also wish MG equipped the Comet with a dead pedal for the driver, as there's no place to rest your left foot while driving. The rear seats of the Comet, which according to MG are strictly designed to accommodate only 2 occupants, really surprised me, as at first glance they look no better than the cramped third row of an SUV. However, in reality, getting into the rear seats is not as cumbersome thanks to the wide doors, and the space on offer is quite good, with adequate legroom and plenty of headroom on offer even for 6-footers like me. Boot space with the rear seats up is almost non-existent, as there's just about enough space for the EV's charging cables and maybe a laptop bag. However, you can fold down the rear seats in the split 50-50 to open a lot more cargo space up. It is also worth mentioning that while there are storage spaces in the large door bins on both doors, and there's a small shelf under the dash, there is no glove box and there's no storage space in the center console, meaning there isn't any secure places to keep your car's documents. Moving on to the dashboard, there are 2 10.25-inch screens, one in front of the driver that serves as the digital instrument cluster. It's fairly high resolution, though it lacks any real configurability. The other unit is a slick touchscreen infotainment system which features both wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The infotainment has a neat user interface. It's got a home screen that you can customize with a number of widgets like you would on a smartphone, and the touchscreen itself is fairly responsive, though I did experience a few stutters while the car was with me. The Comet's infotainment system comes with a host of eSIM or embedded SIM based connected car features, over 100 different voice commands, a 4-speaker sound system, Bluetooth connectivity, a leather-wrapped steering wheel, power windows, and electrically adjustable ORVMs to name a few features. Interestingly, the Comet is the only MG on sale in India currently that isn't offered with an electric sunroof. On the safety front, the Comet comes with features such as dual airbags, ABS with EBD, reversing camera, and a tire pressure monitoring system. Under the skin, the Comet comes equipped with a 17.3 kWh prismatic cell lithium-ion battery pack that has an IP67 water and dust proofing certification. MG officially claims that the Comet has a range of 230 km per charge. However, in the time I spent with it, I got a real-world range of roughly around 170 to 180 km in mixed driving conditions. Charging of the Comet EV can be done via either the included 16-amp wall charger or the 3.3 kWh AC charger, both of which will take a leisurely 7 hours to take the battery to 100%. The 10 to 80% time is a little more palatable at around 5 hours. However, the lack of either 7.2 kWh AC fast charging or any form of DC fast charging is a big miss, especially as the EV is targeted towards the fast-paced lifestyle of urban buyers. Here is a quick look at the dimensions of the Comet. The battery of the Comet powers a sole rear-mounted electric motor that develops a modest 42 horsepower and 110 Newton meters. Even when considering that the Comet weighs only 815 kgs, these output figures aren't impressive on paper, and it isn't any different out on the road. Regardless of the drive mode you select, Eco, Normal or Sport, the rapid acceleration that's associated with EVs is just not present in the Comet. In fact, there's little to differentiate the drive modes, barring the fact that Eco dulls the throttle response down quite a bit and it caps the top speed at about 85 kph. At city speeds, the electric motor provides enough performance to keep up with traffic and even perform some overtakes, which when coupled with its tiny footprint makes it great to carve a path through congested urban roads. The Comet's 4.2 meter turning radius also makes it super easy to navigate the smaller streets, and its small dimensions are a boon in finding parking spots in the extremely crowded metros. That said, as soon as you step up to highway speeds or even local freeway speeds, the MG Comet feels like it's out of its depth. The EV will climb and hit triple-digit speeds in normal and sports mode, though it will struggle to perform any overtakes on fast-moving traffic. Additionally, its narrow and tall form factor make it feel unstable at higher speeds, and the suspension setup is too soft to control body roll in the corners and not compliant enough to cushion you from impacts of speed breakers and road imperfections at lower speeds. This I also believe is down to the smaller tires that come fitted on the Comet. However, while the light steering and soft suspension setup won't encourage you to push the Comet hard in the corners, at sensible city speeds, the EV actually feels quite tossable and agile on twisty bits of road. As expected, the EV powertrain really does provide the Comet with a nice and low NVH or noise, vibration and harshness levels, making it feel far more refined than any of its similarly priced internal combustion engine counterparts. Though its ride quality does hurt the otherwise solid urban commuter package the Comet offers. While the MG Comet's closest rival in terms of pricing are the Tata Tiago EV and to a lesser extent the Citroën EC3, MG has taken a very different approach with its EV hatch. And it also targets a very different buyer. The Comet will be a good pick for any urban buyer with a small family or one that lives alone, as well as for any buyer that's looking to add a compact and low running cost car to their garage for daily commutes. These buyers will be willing to forego some important traits such as cargo space, rear seat access and highway performance, as they would either not use their car for this purpose or have a second car that they could use for it. Instead, they would take the Comet's more city-centric packaging and EV credentials as a big plus. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on electric vehicles in general and whether you'd personally consider purchasing the MG Comet. Also, let me know what your favorite color of the MG Comet is in the comment section. If you enjoyed watching this video, do hit the like button, consider subscribing, and please share this video with anyone else who you think would like this sort of automotive content. There's plenty of more content headed your way in the coming days. My next video goes live on Sunday. Stay tuned for that, and cheers!